Yo.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in three, two, one.
Hello and welcome to Mzansi. We are back again. It is that time of the night where we have to talk about things that are happening. Today there was a court appearance of 4 accused. So we didn't get to see Baxter this time because Baxter is probably chilling there at Hosmanbur.
Yes, and he'll be appearing on the 16th of May.
Yeah, so he's probably chilling there, doing what he does best. If he has found his vibe, his mojo. Well, there was the family meeting between Nandipha, father, and the rest of the family that were there.
I wouldn't necessarily say it was a meeting. I mean, they were in court, okay?
It was a meeting.
They were in court. They couldn't say much. But they must be relieved because the father has been released on bail. Yeah, so Dr. Nandipha's family went to court and her mother and her sister were spotted there. There was even a video of her blowing kisses to them. That video went viral.
Yeah.
It went viral. It's almost as if, she wasn't supposed to acknowledge her family, or some people feel like she's not taking this serious, or I don't know. I don't expect anything from Dr. Nandipha at this point. Whatever soothes her, she'll probably do it. I mean, she hasn't seen her family ever since she's been on the run with Thabo Beste. So, as Dr. Nandipha said in her interview, a couple of interviews that she's done in the past before we knew that she was hooked up with Thabo Beste, I mean, she would always mention about how when she was 6 years old, she wanted to be a doctor, and she actually told her father that she wanted to be a doctor. So today, they were sitting in the dock facing criminal charges. Imagine that. And Nandipha's father, Cornelius Sekeleni, was very teary-eyed. I mean, he looked like he wanted to cry at some point.
He did.
He did. He looked like he wanted to cry. Tears were just close. But yeah, and Dr. Nandipha was asked by the state lawyer to remove her mask and hoodie to confirm whether it was indeed her. And Dr. Nandipha's legal representation argued whether it was necessary for Dr. Nandipha to remove and identify herself before the court. Well, the judge ultimately ordered her to remove the hoodie and mask, and she eventually did, and we got to see that it is actually her.
Yes.
Her skin is skinning.
Yeah,
the glow.
skinning again.
She is a beautiful woman. Wow.
So, what did I see from this whole proceeding? A small amount of time that we were given, obviously, that tells us what actually happened.
Yeah.
But what I'm seeing is that I'm seeing the prosecutor sort of being authoritative. A man who's got confidence, a man who would do anything to actually take you down.
Advocate Matloko.
Yes, the guy is seemingly overpowering this lawyer. More so this one that is representing Nandipha. That lawyer, I don't understand, man. Is that what your money can buy? I'm not saying, but based on what I'm seeing,
You think he's weak, he's swag, he's timid?
No, I can't say he's swag, man. I don't want to kill his... I mean, this is a profession.
Yeah.
But all I want to say is that I feel like maybe this case is bigger for him. This case needs someone like who's got that thing, that strong... Presence. And the guy doesn't. As maybe because the case is too strong for
well,
him.
It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
Or he's not like kind of prepared as yet.
Maybe he's good with the negotiations for the bail. Maybe that's his advantage. As soon as the trial actually begins, maybe we might see change of faces or legal presentation. That's how I feel.
Because that thing of a hoodie, remove the hoodie. I mean, the state is the one that is supposed to be keeping these people, right? Why do you need to remove a hoodie? I'm not saying that it was not a good thing that we saw Nandip, but what I'm saying is that small battles like that, maybe he's a guy who doesn't win small battles, maybe win bigger battles. But from what I was seeing, the guy is just pushing the limits. The state is pushing the limits, and the guy is allowing that. He just object and let them do eventually. Like, it's not even a hassle. It's objection, Your Honor. I don't see the need for that to happen. And then the guy stands up and says, no, that must happen because the state must see who they are dealing with. Your lordship must also see. You are keeping the person. I mean, these people are under your supervision. So if you feel that the person might not be the person, then it's your fault.
How is it his fault?
The prosecutor is the state.
Oh.
And these people are arrested where are they kept?
That's what should have been his argument.
I mean,
okay, Dr. Nandipha can take off the mask and the hoodie now.
And I mean, at the end of the day,
we know what you look like.
At the end of the day, what good does it do? I mean, is the state able to actually identify these people? Is the judge able to identify these people? Is the judge going to be able to see if this is Nandipha or Nandipha look-alike? I mean, those arguments, I mean, is the judge capable of doing that now?
Well, the state lawyer was giving the people what they want.
And that's what I'm saying, is winning is taking them down slowly. Winning small battles is going to give him more confidence in winning bigger ones.
It is what it is. It's a game. It's a game in court.
You can tell the guy is arrogant.
It's a game.
The persecuting guy is very arrogant. Sound very arrogant and very short. You see, that's what you need now to take away. Keep on winning these small battles. Take him down a bit. I'm not saying that I would have, but small things like this, they do matter. It's a momentum.
Well, the very same state agreed to the request that was made by Mr. Segeleni's legal presentation, which is the same lawyer as Dr. Nandipha's lawyer, to grant Mr. Segeleni bail due to reasons that were not disclosed in court. So I'm just going to pause. I think
the argument would be the age.
As well as his sickness, allegedly.
Yeah, maybe as well as if it's alleged that
he needs to take medication on a daily basis.
That would be maybe main reasons. Yeah. So maybe if you argue that in that direction, that you want the bigger vehicle, because that's a bigger one. One person is out, a bit of freedom. They are able to move around. If there's any move that they need to orchestrate that didn't require someone to be outside, there is a man outside now. But I'm not saying that's going to happen. But all I'm trying to say, maybe then that's why this lawyer was more lenient in terms of not arguing against removing of the hood.
Yeah, because
trade-off
the state
between the father and that. I mean, it's a small trade.
Yeah. The state did not make that difficult. So he was granted bail of 10,000 rands with conditions that he will not leave the district of Port Edward. And he is to report to the police station in Port Edward, the Port Edward police station, once a week, any day of the week between 8 and 4 p.m. And he may not make any contact with any of the other witnesses that are still yet to appear in the court. So he will be back in court on Monday the 16th. There's actually no requirement for him to be on the 4th and the 5th because that's when it will be the bail application for accused 1, 2, and 4.
That's a joke. You know why it's a joke?
Why?
He might not make any contact with the accused, right? That are still in custody. But the mother can move.
Yeah. The mother can move.
So, unless they say no visitor to Nandipha, no visitor to all of them that are connected to this man, then I would say yeah.
So he will need to pass his message via Nandipha's mom.
Obvious. What do you do?
If he was to convey a message, they'll have to communicate through the family members. So the state opposed bail for Matswara and Dipolo and Makudumana, who allegedly had been... Okay, Dipolo is the one who has allegedly been criminally convicted in the past.
Hey.
So allegedly he's been arrested before and convicted before for stock theft. Stock theft. So I don't know whether stock at his previous or a workplace he had worked in. So that's why, because many people were asking, why is he so heavily chained? He's heavily chained because he has been previously convicted of a crime before.
Oh.
And he requested legal aid as well today.
He did, yeah. So the woman is going to assist. I don't know the name, I forgot the name. But that woman, I saw, obvious, the woman is here to say, plead guilty and get a small portion of punishment, a slap in the hand. Something like that. Or maybe 10 state witness. Something like that.
Well, it's usually you'll get the less number of years. Just say guilty. Let's not waste the court's time.
I think I would have negotiated for being a state witness.
But you can't do it that yourself. You need a lawyer to do that for you.
That's what I'm saying. That my lawyer, the legal aid lawyer, I would have said, I know something. I can help the state. Go negotiate that for me.
I've got information.
Yeah. I'll throw everyone, basically, in a nutshell, throw everyone under the bus.
Well, they will return to court on the 3rd of May for bail application, and the other accused will remain behind bars, and their bail applications will be on the 3rd and the 4th of May. So Dr. Nandipha has not applied for bail yet, because I saw that there's some reports that she had been denied bail. Not yet. She hasn't applied yet, and she will appear for her bail hearing on the 3rd and the 4th of May.
Obviously, not going to be granted.
She's a flight risk.
Yeah. It's not going to be granted. You don't even need to argue that much.
They had to fetch her in Tanzania.
We fetch you in Tanzania. But one can argue that I was not running away. I was just going on a holiday. It's not like there was a warrant of arrest. Oh, it's not like there was a warrant of arrest. Was there any warrant of arrest at the point?
Actually, that's a good question. Were the warrant of arrest issued?
Yeah. So I was moving. Yes. I was moving out with my man. Yes. Okay. It's fine.
Do you think the SAPS would forget to issue warrants of arrest?
Maybe they issued them when they were in Tanzania.
When the... away. I hope not. I hope they actually issued them once they declared that Bester had escaped. I hope that's what they did. So now I needed to understand, how was Dr. Nandipha's father implicated in this entire mess, Mr. Anonymous? I wanted to know, how did he end up in this situation? Okay, so he is alleged to be the one who hired the bakkie that carried the corpse that was burned in Thabo Bester's cell. Now, this bakkie was driven by Sinue Matswara, and it drove into the prison at around 4:52 p.m. on April the 29th, 2022. Now, Nandipha's father...
The bakkie of a TV stand.
Yes, the one that came, that carried the TV stand into the prison, Mangaung Correctional Facility. So Nandipha's father hired this bakkie from Saini Fleet Management in Boksburg.
Yeah.
And the same bakkie is the one that carried the corpse in a plasma TV stand. Sinohe Matswara asked 3 other officers to help him carry this plasma stand to the storeroom in the Mangaung Correctional Facility. So Makudumana's father, Zolile Sekeleni, arrived at the prison on May the 3rd, 2022, to collect the so-called Bester's body that had burned in cell 35 before G4S could reach any of his next of kin to report him deceased. So the prison officials refused to hand over the body to him because he wasn't registered as Bester's relative. So after that attempt to claim the body failed, The following day, on May the 4th, 2022, Makudumana arrived, which is Dr. Nandipha, arrived at the prison to claim the body, flaunting an affidavit and a statement from her father, Mr. Sekeleni, acknowledging that Bester was his daughter's customary wedded husband. Makudumana's affidavit was commissioned in Polokwane, Limpopo by a police officer who was fired in January 2022, 4 months before the incident. So, yeah, that probably explains why probably the state withdrew the murder charge against Dr. Nandipha Makudumana's father, Zolile Sekeleni. And the NPA said that after receiving further evidence, they found nothing linking him to the murder charge. He now faces charges of defeating the ends of justice, aiding and abetting a prisoner to escape, and fraud.
Okay, now who sticks with the matter?
Sinohe Matswara, because he was the one driving the bakkie by himself allegedly and carried that TV stand with possibly the body in it.
Sinohe Matswara
into
is the
prison.
bodyguard. I mean, sorry, is
the supervisor who was dismissed.
Okay.
The one who was richer than Petrus Motsepe.
Okay.
The one who bought the VW T-Rock. So,
the guy now is taking everything.
In the movement of what they possibly did to that body or that person who they put in Thabo Beste's cell, they couldn't place Dr. Nandipha's father.
Okay, but this is very interesting approach because I go get a bakkie that is not mine, right?
It's hired in your name.
Hired in my name. And then that bakkie is given to someone without it being stolen. Right? So there's a mutual agreement that I'm taking your bike and I'm whatever that I'm gonna do with it. But it's my bakkie.
Go hire that bakkie for me. It could also mean go hire that bakkie for me. I'll come and collect it.
Yeah.
And then from collecting it, you go and you.
It is very interesting the direction they are taking of saying that there is no link. A link is a bakkie.
That's why they initially arrested him.
A link is a bakkie, Mos.
That's why they initially put the murder charge on him as well.
Yeah, because I mean, what else? What else? I mean, you go hire a bakkie to give it to someone, just like that, and you don't know what is happening.
Maybe that's what he claimed.
This person is not your relative. This person is not someone you know from home and whatnot.
Maybe that's what he claimed, that I didn't know what the bakkie was going to be used for.
This case is going the sense of direction, but
and other people, actually interesting that you're mentioning it. Other people are also saying that this is not a good direction from.
Why do they need to exonerate the man just right away without having to test the man's credibility in terms of whether, I mean, there's no harm in adding the murder case.
Or maybe, just maybe, this is my speculation, that maybe Sinoha agreed to take the fall. Maybe. To exonerate Nandipha's father.
Hey, bro, nobody's going to be able to take that fall. That's murder, bro.
Okay, so hopefully, but some people are relieved that Dr. Nandipha's father is off the hook for now.
Why are they relieved?
They felt sorry for him.
Next thing, we are feeling sorry for Nandip.
That's where it's going.
Okay.
So the Tanzanian police have expressed intense interest in the Bester case and will be sending their officers to South Africa to testify against the Bester once his trial begins. I'm very troubled that they are testifying against Bester and not both Bester and Dr. Nandipha.
You know, when you look at this whole thing, and you take a step back. And I wish we can do that at some point, not today. All I'm saying is that maybe I'm inclined to say I believe the statements or whatever allegations that are coming out and saying that maybe someone somewhere took a fall for other people. But it's okay.
Well, the Sunday World reported, the friends of Dr. Nandipha decided to become the sources and speak of the abuse that Nandipha suffered under Thabo Beste after she aided in his escape from a maximum security prison. So according to the Sunday
The
World...
friends.
Yes, the friends, 2 friends.
Oh, those friends should be arrested also.
The 34th birthday party of Thabo Beste's customary wife, Dr. Nandipha Magudumana, allegedly turned into an ugly affair after the convicted Thabo Beste assaulted her in front of bemused guests. So the details were revealed by Magudumana's friends who attended her birthday celebration at her home in Hyde Park on the 4th of September last year. So the 2 women who witnessed the assault alleged that Beste had an argument with Magudumana over the seating arrangement of guests.
No, they should actually be arrested.
Everyone who was at that party.
So they saw someone who was allegedly banned in prison and passed away, by the way, according to the statement that was read. They saw a ghost.
So what if they claim that they didn't know who he was because he went by a different name? What if they say that? I'm just asking, playing devil's advocate here.
But they knew Nandipha's husband, right?
Yes.
The one that everyone knew.
Yes, the one that married her. Yes.
So why, if they were friends, why didn't they ask what is going on?
Who's this man?
Who's
Where
this
does
man
he
who's in
come
charge?
from?
Huh?
What job does he do?
I mean, we are educated here. We need someone who's educated. Why would you leave a doctor for this man? And why didn't you tell us, friend?
So
They must come out. They must come out if they want to help Nandipha. It's okay.
Why not go to the police though? Why go to the papers?
Yeah, they must come out. They must not come through papers. This thing of coming through
Go
papers.
to the police. That would be more helpful.
Yeah, they must come and testify that, hey, Nandipha was... Probably there's a chance that Nandipha was forced into doing all these things.
But they are going to the papers. They are not going to the police, and that's my issue.
They must not push this thing of propaganda. They must go do the right thing. They are actually disturbing this whole case. Go to the police and be a witness of some note. I mean, if you are ready to do that, go do it.
They said Besta had anger issues, and when he did not get what he wanted from Nandipha, he would resort to abuse. Now, I have this problem with the statement.
Did they say Baxter? Because that would be very interesting if they call him Baxter.
If they call him Besta and not with his alias name.
And
on top of that, to diagnose anger issues when you claim to have only seen him at the birthday party, and then you'd say whenever he did not get what he wanted from Nandipha, he would resort to abuse. It's almost as if you've seen this incident more than once.
I told you about that voice note. Something was being cooked.
And they also said that he was beating Nandipha in front of her children.
Oh.
Now the question I have is how many times...
They had encounters.
How many times did these friends witness this? That's what I'd like to know. Because it seems like it wasn't just the birthday that they saw this happen. It means they've seen it multiple times. Because this statement, the way it's put. Now, on the day he slapped Nandipha, it was based on the seating arrangements. He told Nandipha that he was in charge of her party.
Wait. So, you remember that voice?
I'm in charge.
I'm in charge. He was in charge of the party.
And he should be the one who should decide who sits where and how.
I own the house.
I own the house. That house.
Mm-hmm.
Or this house.
I own
While
this
he was
house.
away from the house. He owned this house.
Mm-hmm.
So this sounds similar to the recording. My thoughts
And
exactly.
the conclusion is, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do because I'm connected to politicians. Very
I'm
interesting.
politically connected.
Very interesting, because this story, indeed, it comes from that direction, as it is alleged.
It's coinciding with the recording
Hey.
in a very amazing
But also
way.
it might coincide more with the arrest of Bester. If that is the truth. I'm not saying, but they are giving away a lot of things that are unnecessary, and they might end up, without being a lawyer, you can sit down and diagnose this thing and actually see what happened from the word go. You know that?
I don't know
Without
if I can do that.
No, look. There is information everywhere.
True.
Yeah, everywhere. You can just not even hidden information. I'm talking about simple
That's
information.
already in the public.
Newspapers and all those things. But now there are few things. When people decide to lie, they mix the truth with a bit of twisted stuff. Do you understand?
I understand.
If there is politicians, which most people on Twitter and everywhere, they're already believing that there is a hand, an invisible hand that is powerful. Maybe there's truth in that. So in this whole circus that we are seeing, when you lie, you're going to add a bit of truth and lies. Can be 100% lies. Going to be a bit of truth. Whether it's 90%, 40%, 60%, you choose.
So one of the guests said, however, Makudumana protested after she was told that she needs to rearrange the seating arrangements by Thabo Bester at the time. So she protested, prompting Bester to slap her across the face several times and turn the tables upside down.
Oh.
Another witness claimed they were all shocked by Bester's behavior, especially since it was Makudumana's birthday. They said they tried to intervene, but he told them that this was his house and they could not tell him anything. That
This is a
statement
joke,
again,
right?
the exact same words used in that recording. So they further said that when they wanted to leave, he told them that they were not going anywhere. They had to stay there against their will. The witness claimed that after the party, they took Nandipha to the police station in Sandton to file a complaint.
In Sandton?
Sandton.
Ah, no, it's easy, Amos. I'm hoping that there is a bit of... Sandton has a lot of cameras there. Probably
You
even
think?
the yeah.
Pulling 4th of September 2022, pull.
Yeah,
Pull
you can
that.
even go to which road did they use when they were going there, so that you can just pull exactly something
To show that they actually went to
when
the police
there.
station.
Yes, probably
So-
when you go to the police station, there's probably a camera closer to that. Sandton is a more advanced area, so there's cameras everywhere.
Even if it's not at the police station itself, but at least close to the police station.
I would pull something like that if I was investigating them.
Find it. Ne? She said that when they got to the police station, the police told them that they couldn't help Nandipha and encouraged her to go back home and sort out her issues with Bester. Can you believe it? The police said that. The police turned her when she was trying to open a case.
Police in Sandton,
In Sandton,
not in Alex.
a woman coming with her friends. It's not just her entering the police station. And the friends are supporting what she's claiming. And she was turned away. No case number, no nothing, no docket. And the person that is being accused is not there, allegedly. So the police just said, go sort out your domestic issues.
Well, there is someone
I
who was.
do know
there's
that
someone who was was saying on comments that we are suppressing Nandipha's voice. Look, if you decide not to look at this thing and open your eyes, you might find yourself being Uamandla. And here, this channel is not about Uamandla. This channel is all about the other part of the story that people do not see. When we look at all these cases, we look at them differently. So, think about it. You go report alone. Yes, police in South Africa, they have tendencies of doing that.
yes,
They will turn you back.
yes, they do.
But in an
However,
advanced environment where you guys are working, you have cell phone, we have learned to take videos. You know, videos. We do a lot of things to
of
make them
the police officer
to make sure
in
that they
particular,
account. Yes, to make sure that they account.
there was 3 of you, allegedly. And if one of you all put your foot down and said, but you can't do that.
And
You are educated women of high stature.
no, and also one
You could have
thing-
said,
one thing that people must understand, that day there's a roster of people who were working there. So those people must be brought in.
and asked, why did you turn this poor woman away when
Under
she came to
oath,
open
yes.
a GBV case? Why did you turn them away? That is going to be interesting.
Very.
And then the party was also attended by celebrity doctor by the name of Sivwile Madigana, a chef by the name of Donald Chipuma, and a photographer Ken Kuzo. So when Sunday World tried to contact all of these people, the chef refused to comment, as did Esihle Rauzela, who did the decor for the party. So attempts to speak to Kuto and Madigana also drew a blank for Sunday World, so they couldn't contact these people. They could not.
So for
reach them.
those who don't know, this is probably the setup that we are talking about. That
of
probably
the birthday party.
we don't know whether it's that setup or maybe there was another setup, but there
No,
is all
it
white.
was. I pulled it from the Instagram. It was her birthday party.
So this
last
is the
year.
birthday with all white.
Yes, with all white, the theme. And apparently, allegedly, even Dr. Pashi was there. Allegedly. So it was a very, very high class setup. It was very beautiful, exquisite decor. Yeah, a lot of effort went into that birthday party. So for it to have ended that way, and when you go to the police station, the police turn you back and you are going with this woman. But to be a devil's advocate again, honestly, in my opinion, I could not see Nandipha walking into a police station and saying, an escapee beat me up.
I mean, that if she could walk, to the police station, the friends, let's assume friends didn't know. The energy that she took working with friends to go to the police station and just reporting assault, knowing exactly that this guy
They're supposed to be
is
in the
supposed to be in
prison.
jail.
It's supposed to be at Mangaung Correctional
A
Facility.
simple word such as "I've got an escapee" there would have just warranted
mention-
would have warranted
The
a van
mention of the
going back.
name,
Yes.
just the name alone, they would have. Pela, when you go and lay a charge against somebody, they are able to pull records, right, to see if this person has been in trouble with the law before.
A lot of vans would have accompanied you.
In
going
fact,
back.
that would have possibly helped in making her look like the victim.
So now this is a loophole for a story. In case there are people who normally, so we're gonna spell it out. You are harboring a criminal who's supposed to be in jail according to the law of South Africa. This person is supposed to be serving a sentence. You just go there, report a slap.
The turning of tables.
and the turning of tables. Basically, what we call an assault.
Yes.
That's it.
Are you gonna walk in that prison and tell the
Are you
police?
going to walk in that prison and say, I've got the most wanted person whom you guys assume he passed away in my house, and that person is murdering me right now? That's going to be the story.
And in fact, if she was the victim, this would have given her leverage over Thabo Beste.
Meaning Thabo Beste would have to behave himself.
Stop putting your hands on me. Otherwise, we are both going down.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how you guys reason or how you guys observe the situation. But for me, this story, in my opinion, the police need to go to find these two sources and find everyone who was there at that party to give their statements.
Mm-hmm.
That's
it.
That's it.
Are we done?
I'm done.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, do the right thing. And until the next one, bye.